real-time brings convenience for you and I, for the consumers, the convenience of being able to register for a new service, the convenience of digital immediate usage, being able to transfer money to you on a person-to-person basis, or being able to get a request to pay from an institution. For businesses, there's a lot of efficiency gains. So for businesses, you get immediate, irrevocable settlement. And for businesses, they can pay each other in a business-to-business payment environment a lot more efficiently and easily than you can today. And for merchants who are selling their goods, it's their ability to get to a much wider range of market through e-commerce, through using digital mobile phone, and really just expanding the addressable market that they can get to, and to make that payment easy, one touch, frictionless. There's a lot of benefit throughout the industry for that. Yeah, well, it's very exciting what the UAE is doing this year, and by the end of the year it will launch its instant payment platform, IPP as you call it. So banks, initially they need to connect to it. So that's the sort of base level. Connect, make sure you can send and receive messages, send and receive payments through the network. But then the real value comes in the digital use cases or digital services that those banks will provide you and I as consumers, that those banks will provide their corporates in order to do real-time payments between them, that those banks who are acquirers and who service the merchant base, that they will be able to provide new acquiring services through mobile tablets, through mobile phones. And that's particularly relevant for the small to medium merchants, which can be the traders or small businesses who typically have not been able to use the card payments and digital payments networks as widely. But with IPP, absolutely, you're going to be able to use those services every day. Well, first of all, the requirements are still coming out now. So the consortium that the Central Bank UAE has chosen is finalizing those. Once we have those, ACI will be writing our gateway software in order to enable our customers and prospects in order to connect and provide that basic connection. And then the second piece that ACI will provide is with its sister company, MindGate. And MindGate is a company headquartered in India, who have a large presence here in the UAE. And they provide these digital overlay services. And these digital services will provide a new way to onboard merchants, will provide the acquiring payment or payment acceptance services digitally. They will be able to provide QR code capabilities, request to pay capabilities that help the consumers. They'll also provide the integration to person-to-person wallets and digital services. So ACI really provides the payment processing and settlement, and MindGate provides the digital overlay services. And together, through integrated APIs, we come together into one offering that really is unique in the marketplace.
Excellent.
So real-time payments is a global phenomenon, and we have customers in 17 countries today across Asia, Pacific, the Middle East, Africa, as well as Europe, Latin America, and North America. So very much a global movement, and real-time payment schemes will be introduced over the next 5 to 10 years and will continue to be so. India is leading the way. So India, in terms of the volume and also in terms of the speed and innovation that it's really brought to market through its UPI scheme. And the UPI scheme is already on its third generation, UPI 3.0. And so UAE, a country like the UAE, can learn from something like that. And ACI and MindGate have a #1 market position in India. working with the biggest state-owned banks as well as the biggest private banks and the smaller banks as well. So we're bringing that expertise into the UAE. We also have some real lighthouse customers in Malaysia with their real-time scheme that has been underway for about 4 or 5 years now. ACI actually runs the central infrastructure as well as connects 40 banks to that central infrastructure and provides the digital services around that. We do that in Singapore. Across Europe with our partner STET, we provide real-time capabilities across the whole of Europe. In the UK with individual banks. North America, we're providing the Zelle and TCH local real-time capabilities. So you see, this really is central to what ACI does. And what we're looking to do is to ensure that we provide that digital service use case at the front end, because that's what you and I see and what businesses see. But then you need this highly secure and capable service at the back end. And when you talk to real-time schemes around the world, security and fraud prevention are critical elements of real-time schemes, and that's one of ACI's biggest strengths.